What is going on, miners, and welcome back to the Hobbyist Miner channel. Well, we're out of power in our shed, or we've reached that 80% mark, that safe mark that you need to be when you're considering power. And so we do have a 30 amp 240 volt circuit in our garage. So I'm going to take some of my rigs and move them into my garage today and get it set up for mining.
Today's video is sponsored by the team over at unmineable.com. What if you could mine with your mining hardware and then get paid out in the cryptocurrency you most desire? The team at unmineable.com has you covered. In a few easy steps, you can select one of 10 mining algorithms to mine and then get paid out in over 40 different crypto assets. Talk about making crypto mining easy in the bear market. Unmineable has it all. CPU, GPU, and ASICs are all supported on unmineable.com. Go check out unmineable.com today and tell them the Hobbyist Miner sent you.
All right, so we'll jump in the shed. I'm going to try to talk a little bit louder. Sorry, it is loud in here though, but we'll try to talk as loud as we can into the mic. So let's take a look at our electric here. So our first 30 amp 240 volt is at 5600 watts. So it's at that 80% rule, right? So I think we can get up to about 5,700 watts, staying to 80%. In total, a 30 amp 240 volt will give you 7,200 watts, but that doesn't mean you can use it all. So something to keep in mind when you guys are looking at electric. The second one, let's see if I can get you a view. So that one's at 6,300 watts. So we're overboard when it comes to it. So we need to, one, move some things out of the shed just to be safe. And the last one, all right, so we're at 5,600 watts. So we have a variety of different stuff that does really well in the shed. Like our GPU mining rigs do awesome in the shed because they have these server fans. So it's all passive air on this side coming in nice and cold right now. And it comes through, hits these server cases, blasts through them, and goes out on our exhaust side. Now, we also have these guys up here that are louder. I'm gonna hope to address that with some 𝐏𝐸 fans to kind of address some of these. It's actually not even the ASIC fans that are loud. It's actually the power supply fans that are the loudest here. So I have some plans there. Up top here are mini ASICs. You can move them anywhere. But we have a bunch of those up here. They'll do good in the shed or in the garage, so I can move possibly those. Down here, the WhatsMiner will do good in the garage or shed. These mid-size ones, these are like the KD Box 2s and the CK Box 2, or the other WhatsMiner. Now it's quiet, but I'm also gonna leave the WhatsMiners out here and some of these out here because it's quiet, so I can keep them in my crypto mining shed. I don't have to worry about bothering my neighbors. So really the loudest stuff that I have in my shed right now is these guys here, which is the ASICs. So I may consider moving these, but I know for a fact that they also will get the garage will get crazy hot with them because of the fact of they put out so much more heat. But the nice thing is I can move them for sound because I have to keep my neighbors in mind. The other units I can look at, I thought about moving this guy here just because it's in the way. This is the X12 octo miner. It's full of 6600s and it's all mining Kaspa right now. I thought about moving these guys just out of convenience of space. They're just in the way. It makes it really hard to get back there and to work on anything. So these are a 580 rig, 8 of them on Kaspa. And then we have a variety of different 30 series cards back here that are on Flux. So I'm thinking at it right now I could still get it's still, you know, it's early March. So these will do fine in my garage, but these will not do well in the spring and summer. So I'm gonna move these to my garage today, but most likely I'm gonna have to get server cases. I'm thinking about getting more server cases for in here with something like this. These are like the cheap style, like Alibaba ones. They come with fans in the front and the back. I think they go for right now in the bear market like 120 bucks. Now it might take a few weeks to get to me, but I don't mind doing that. I love octo miners, but they're just so expensive. I can't afford that right now with you know, fronting the cost of my electric every month. Electric is about $1,000 a month. So I'm gonna go ahead, I think I'm gonna get more of these because then I can put these possibly in my garage in the summer and spring with some of those additional GPU rigs. So for now, this 580 rig does about 600 watts. Our rig in the back here does about 800 watts, and then this one here does about 1,000 watts. So let me go ahead and head over to the garage and I'll show you guys exactly what we'll be working with today. All right, so we're out in the garage. I hate kids' bikes, oh my God. Doesn't matter how organized you get them, they always become a mess. I need to find a better spot for these, but I'm gonna have to organize these today just to get in here and do some work. So we have this WhatsMiner back in here. Now this isn't gonna be here forever, but this is using 3,500 watts. It's going to the PDU there, and then it goes down and goes over to a 30 amp 240 volt here, right next to my panel. And you can see we're at 3,400, almost 3,500 watts. So that's not gonna be here forever. That is only here till the end of March, and then that's actually gonna get shipped out to whoever wins that. So good luck to whoever gets that. Looking forward to getting that in the hands of one of the community members. So I will have a video at the end of the month talking about this unit and the day-to-day profitability, week-to-week and month-to-month profitability when it comes into how much Bitcoin we're yielding. So this isn't too bad in the garage, right? Not too bad at all. So I wanna add more equipment in here. I'm thinking of those 12 GPU rigs, of putting them in the corner here and stacking them, maybe moving things. Actually, I might move it this way and then put them right here in the middle. My kids know very well not to touch everything, so that's worked out well. I do have some room for some mini ASICs too that I could move in here as well. I mean, those aren't really gonna use much of anything either. So that's what I'm working with. I do have one Ethernet cable right there in the bottom corner. I'll show you guys. Here we go. Internet from the basement comes up. That white cable goes into just a junction box. There's a 𝗟𝐺45 keystone in there, and that goes to our purple cable. Purple cable comes up here, so I'll put a switch attached to that in here. And then right here is where it actually uplinks to the shed. So that goes ahead and comes right into here, and that flows out as well. So there's a white cable that flows into this box. There's a 𝗟𝐺45 keystone in there, and then I ran a second cable out to the shed if I ever need it. It at least is available, and it's wired in here. Just in case the uplink out to the shed goes bad or has a problem or something, I at least have another one ready to go. All right, I got some work to do. I gotta get this cleaned up first. I'll catch back you guys in a few minutes and show you how we made out. All right, I wanna give you guys an update on our progress. We moved everything over, made some room with the bikes here, which worked out well. We have our Bitcoin miner up top. Now I did make a mistake, I'll show you guys. So we have a switch I put in place right here, which is fine, but I forgot the switch I had in mind does not support a C13. So I'm gonna have to get that on order. So right now I have, unfortunately, going down 120 and an extension cord that runs around my garage there. By the way, thought I'd mention, if somebody can tell Red Panda, he left his golf clubs here from last time that we went golfing together. So get that message to him if you guys can. Anyways, I got our two rigs here. I haven't used these. I've never used these before. Check this out. So on the 12 GPU frames, 𝗟𝐴 GPU Risers sells these. They're also on Amazon. If you guys are looking for these, I'll put links down below. But you see these little like adapters? It's actually these guys here. Check it out. There's black and white ones. They screw in and then they hook together so that they're stackable. So the white one is going to go ahead and slide in, and then I can screw it in here to stack them together here so that I can fit these all together. I'm actually going to be building some 570 rigs coming up that I have some of the GPUs, so we can actually bring those in the garage and stack them here. All right, I'll be back here soon with an update. Hey guys, wanted to jump in real quick. There is less than 30 days left to get your favorite GPU shirts over at hobbyistminers.store. I'll put a link directly down below. These are limited edition. There's 17 designs total for all of the Founders Editions that are out there. They're only available for 3 months. On April 1st, all of those shirts are gone. They'll be entirely decommissioned, and I'll have 17 brand new shirts. So go over and check it out. I'll put a link directly down below, hobbyistminers.store. All right, we've made progress. Check it out. So we got these together. Oh my gosh, these are never gonna come apart. Look how many screws are in this. It's crazy, but here we go. We have our 580s down here on Kaspa. And then as you go up, we have a variety of 3060s, 3070s, 3070 Ti's. There's some 1660s. This is a variety of different GPUs. I'm using this for some testing right now. Now I do have them facing this way. You'll notice, take a look, all the fans are this way and I left a gap. So this is actually your intake side. I want to leave some air flow in here, just like on this ASIC. The intake side is actually over here, sucking in air and then blowing it this way towards the center of the garage. Look at this mess, I know, right? Okay, so in the corner here, this is the side light kit I installed more recently. If you guys are not familiar, this was a single pane of glass and I installed this. It has a screen in it and I can open it up. I'm probably gonna put some type of 2x4 across here to reinforce the door, maybe one up top and one at the bottom, just to be safe. My riding mower does sit in front of it, but put it across so people couldn't punch their hand through the whole screen and then turn the doorknob. So I'm gonna put those in place. It is on my home security system, but just to be safe. So that is what all of the airflow is coming in from outside. So that's gonna work now during the fall and the winter, but come spring and summer, and that's not gonna work at all. All right, so it turned out pretty good. We do have room for plenty of more gear in here. As I said, this will not be here. This is taking up 3,500 watts. Taking a look now, we're at 5,300. So we do have about 300 watts left, 400 watts left to be within that safe zone at 5,700 watts total. And this will be gone here soon. So I'll have a lot more availability within the garage here. Let's head back to the shed because we do need to go ahead and rebalance out all of those PDUs. So as I was cleaning up, I found this like gate. I don't know if you guys have any of these at home for like kids or dogs or animals or anything. We use it for our dog, but I was like, damn, let's put this around here. So put it around, allows airflow and kind of gives that barrier with the kids. I thought that was a win. Hell yeah. All right, back out in the shed right now. I got that space opened up here. Let's take a look and see how we're doing. So we have 4,000 watts on this one now, so lots of room to play. This one is the one that was full, 6,300. It's too much. We should be down about 5,700, so that's not safe at all. You can see way too many volts there through the whole thing. Our amps are at 26, so out of that 30, too high. This one's only at 17, and then this one over here, we're at 5,300 and only 22 amps. So what I was thinking was like, the easiest move is this X12, but there's no spot for this. This thing is like totally too big. I wish I got an X8 here, to be honest with you, because then we could fit it in here. But what I'm thinking, I can't really put it anywhere. I mean, these fans aren't on. This one's not on, this one's not on, because it is on the exhaust side, only 63. That's the only one that's on right now in March of this year. So I could put it here, but then I got the cables running everywhere and the Ethernet cable, and it's in the way. I might leave it here and then see if I have any long enough C13, C14, I might not, and run it underneath and then come up to this rack here, because this one has so much available. Let me see what I can do. All right, check it out, we're good to go. This one now is at 5,100, 5,200, and 5,300, hell yeah. So yeah, what I did do was I did scoot that forward, had some really long C13 cables, ran them under the rack, and then came up into that PDU, which is traditionally dedicated to this ASIC. But I figured out my long-term play, because one, I hate having this on the ground. Two, I don't like running cables like that. I'm gonna take everything off this rack another day, not today. Put the X12 here, laying down, and then I measured, I can put these on top of the X12. These are two L3+s and the X5. And then I can take the WhatsMiner, scoot it over. I gotta rearrange some of this too. This is like the worst spot for this, the WhatsMiner X4 1U. But hey, it's running quiet now, which is good. But guys, we are done. Oh my God, I feel like this video went forever. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Just some on and end home crypto mining maintenance here and there, moving rigs around. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you guys like this style of video and want to see more of it, leave a comment directly down below. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.
Today's video is sponsored by the team over at mindtheasic.com. Are you in the early stages of searching for a profitable ASIC miner and not sure where to get started? The team over at mindtheasic.com has you covered. Their massive ASIC database houses everything you could possibly need when searching for an ASIC. Hash rate, power consumption, algorithm, best vendor pricing, daily profitability, mining pools, and more. MindTheASIC.com is your daily one-stop shop for everything ASIC mining.
including proof of work rankings, ASIC videos, relatable blogs, mining calculators, and more. Knowing what vendors you can trust your ASIC purchase with is always difficult. MineTheASIC.com has you covered. Their vendor list has been vetted and reviewed to ease your purchasing concerns. Go check out MineTheASIC.com today. Thanks again to MineTheASIC.com for supporting the hobbyist miner community.